Bottom Line, weekdays on LDB TV. Presented by LDB Media. Welcome to Sports World News. Morning. It is a Monday. It is Monday. It feels like a Monday. And I thank God for this Monday. Another day of the living. So, last night, preseason games. Yesterday, preseason games. Tons of them. The game I was looking forward to and the game that I did watch, majority of, was the New England Patriots and the New York Giants. And you already know what I'm watching it for, to see Cam Newton and how they're going to use him, how they were going to use him, and how they're going to use him for the rest of the season is still up in the air. So last night, this is my thoughts on the game. They only used him like for two series, and not two series. I'm going to say he played maybe 3 series, total 4 maybe. And it was 2 at 5 with 10 yards and an interception. And the interception wasn't his fault, but nonetheless, Cam still looks good. He still looks good. It wasn't a great outing, but it wasn't his fault because they didn't give him enough time to even showcase anything. So can't really critique or say anything against his performance last night because, overall, him and Mac Jones, they work as a good tandem. And I don't know how Bill Belichick is going to use them. It'd be nice if he used a dual quarterback system, but I know the narrative going forward, let's say if it works, let's say if the dual quarterback system works and they go to the Super Bowl and they win the Super Bowl this year in that type of role or system, if they do implement that in the game, Cam Newton will be forever disrespected and will be forever not recognized as a real quarterback in the NFL. So, it's good to have a quarterback like Mac Jones on the roster and Brian Hoyer because all 3 of them are good together. They work good together. They have a good rapport. It looks like they're having fun. But at the same time, I'm looking at it and, I'm just a fan of football. I want the players and all the players, it don't matter what color, what at the group, what culture you come from, country, state, town, city, hood, don't matter, man. I just want them to be respected equally. You get what I'm saying? Across the board. And I know it's not going to happen because of the stature and reputation of some of these guys and some of the reputation that they uphold on the field, after the field, on the field, around the field, home, whatever they do. They're perceived differently from the public eye than on the football field. So, I just want Cam Newton to just get his due respect. I'm a man that likes to be, recognized for what I do and what I earn and how I earned it. To me, that doesn't matter a lot. Again, I'm just going to say Cam Newton deserves, as a football player and as a player, as a person that plays the game of football and still playing it, I'll say, he'll get back to a high level. He's been injured, so he's not going to be the same Cam Newton. He's not going to be the same person every time he gets on the field. But I hope he is this year. I hope he shows out, and I hope he brings, some type of fire to New England. Him and Mac Jones, but I hope whoever starts, I'm still going to watch because Cam's on the team. I'm going to pay attention to Carolina because they did, okay. They did good against the team they played this past weekend. And I watched some of it. It was all right. It's still, I need to see more from them. Because Pittsburgh didn't have everybody. And Sam Darnold, he did come and he did bring the pain. He got 2 touchdowns. And, he looked good for what I can see. But when the regular season starts, we're gonna see what time has put together and what kind of team they have put together. But back to New England. The Giants played pretty well against New England. First screen offense against the first screen defense. They played, pretty well. I know they had joint practices all week long, and they did pretty good. They pretty much figured each other out, and it was good plays here and there. Even when the third string came in, there was some big plays made. The running backs looked good, but that's just checking out your depth and see what kind of depth you have. But I do understand how the game is played and what people are looking for and what sells tickets, what put butts into seats. So the one option that most teams have is the one that brings the more attraction to the team, the more attention, the more light to the team. So I understand you got a rookie in the first round, number 15th in the first round, and you picked high for the first time I think ever in New England history to pick high like that. So he is as advertised. Mac Jones could play. Mac Jones is NFL ready because he came out of a system from Alabama with Nick Saban already ready for the NFL. So that helped him a lot coming out that system out of Alabama. But saying this though, he looks good, but his scramble ability, I don't know. I think that's what Belichick is looking at. That's what I am looking at. You want to be honest? That's what I'm really looking at Mac Jones. Not saying. Let's put it this way. If he does start, let's say he do start over Cam Newton, which I hope. If he does, he deserves it because he did show out and he put out. I think if the decision went to Mac Jones, they are in good hands. But the only thing that I think that's going to be a hindrance to them when it comes down to playmaking ability and extending the play is Mac Jones' lack of agility, running ability to get away from edge rushers. You get what I'm saying? To get the first down. Even the biggest critics, their own fans, the Patriots fans are the biggest critics, especially podcasters and the media outlet. They don't look like the team. We don't know the identity yet and stuff. That's true. We don't know the identity. Just preseason. You can't judge a team by preseason alone. You can't put your team together though. So they say preseason don't count, but to me, preseason counts all the time. Preseason counts, and preseason shows what kind of personnel you have, what kind of heart you have, and who's playing for one another, who's going to play for one another if you pick the right personnel. And it's going to show you the strengths. It's going to show your weaknesses. It's going to show those individuals that you pick to be a part of that team. It's going to show how strong the team is and the longevity of this team going forward. I do appreciate Bill Belichick's, charisma and character because he always, he's just laid back. They talk to him. Hey, sharp answers when you want to know. Like I said, it's this. Like I said, it's that. Bill, blah, 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 blah. Like I said, it's this. Like I said, it's that. We're going to move on. Next person, next question, next time. I like how he approached the media and stuff. So he's doing what he has to do. Without being fined, without getting in trouble by the league, anything like that on the NFL, PA. You know, he's doing his job. So it's great. Josh McDaniels, he has a knack for offense. The defense, it's no doubt that the defense is going to win games, a lot of games for them. Offense going to win the games too. They're going to jail in the right time. But right now, the beginning of the season haven't started. It's 2 weeks to the beginning of the season, so we're going to see. So I'm looking at this and saying, wow, last night was aerial show of passing for Mac Jones. He passed, flying colors in that department. His pocket presence is uncanny for a rookie. Is very stable. It's very complex and cool. If that makes sense to you, that's how I describe it. Because where I was watching him and how he's just throwing the ball all over the field, it was pretty good to see. It was amazing for a rookie to do that. And also, I see that the team is taking real, been getting attached to him. Looking at his leadership prowess and ability, and that stands out. That stands out as a rookie, and that stands out as a future leader going forward. But I keep saying but. There's no but in it. He's performing and he's as advertised. He's just advertised. So there's no bias anything against Mac Jones because he's just a rookie. Like I said, I go back on my stance. I would never, start a rookie over a veteran. I would never do that. If I was a coach or a GM, anything like that, if I had to say so in the matter. Cam looks good. Cam looks healthy. Cam looks ready to go. If you give him longer to play, give him a longer, more series to play, to show how healthy he really is and how ready and committed he really is. I think you're going to see a big time playmaker in Cam Newton this year, especially with weapons. People say the weapons. Where are the weapons? Where are the weapons? Where's Aguilar? Where's all these guys that, as I see it, everything that they did in preseason, they didn't show other teams so they could start planning for it. I think that was key for New England Patriots. I think reason why Cam is starting is not because he's a runner. Cam can pass the ball too. Cam can be accurate if he wants to be, and I know Cam could do it. I know Cam could go beyond the next levels in the passing game. He did in Auburn. He did in everything else that he has done so far. Even Carolina, regardless, he wasn't above 60% every year, especially in losing seasons. But he still was passing the ball, and he got the ball effectively. There's sometimes that I wanted to drop kick the TV when he missed a wide open receiver or tight end, Greg Olsen or Steve Smith or DJ Moore, Funches. You know, these guys that used to be on the team with him before he even got drafted off the team. Fired pretty much. So the thing is, Cam could throw the ball when he wants to, when he needs to. I think he's not trying to compare himself to other quarterbacks. I think he has a cockiness and a swag and a boldness about him that he's going to be who he is. So last night, the series, how long did he play? It still didn't pay no mind or never mind to it, because I think that he had got an understanding that he's a starter. He's going to be Cam, because when scramble ability, that's where he shines in the running. Third down is going to be key. I know he wants to pass. He wants to establish himself as a pocket passer and presence, but that's majority of his career he's been hurt at is in the pocket. But with an O line like the Patriots and what they have, they have a great O line so far as I can see. I know that subbing in and out during the games in the regular season, that's going to be very key and very vital for them to move forward in the season. I think they're going to start the season off 6-0. I don't care who they go against. I think who they go against they're going to feel the fire. Miami going to be the first team to go down. Miami looks good. I don't know who their quarterback going to be with the rumors of Deshaun Watson trade rumors. I think that's his destination. That's where he's going. And if that's the case, I believe Tua is going to be traded to Houston. And then that's going to be a great addition to Tyrod Taylor and get him to be mentored by Tyrod Taylor, because Tyrod Taylor is a decent quarterback as well. I really think New England is going to be 6-0 starting off the bat. And people are predicting their win total for the year. I say their win total, I see New England with the team they got this year. And with Cam or without Cam, with Mac Jones behind center, they're going to be at least a 11 to 12 win team. That's just my prediction of it. I think they're going to be a beyond team winning games. They're going to win 11 games versus 10. They're not going to win. I think they're going to win be 11-5 or 12-6. I think that's going to be the record, and that's going to be the record. I think it's going to be the record, or they might be better. But I know when they start off the first 6 games, I believe they're going to be 6-0. The way they execute, the way they fight for one another, where they are, looking at each other and listening and commanding, the instructions they get from the leadership they got on the sideline with Belichick, Josh McDaniels, quarterback coach, the defensive line coach, defensive coordinator, how they just gel. The defense going to be to me the shining star, the bright spot on the team. The offense, they're gonna have to tweak some things because of the penalties they got all preseason games, all 3 preseason games. I understand that it's mental error on certain things, but some things it's not. So, I'm not the player out there. I'm not there every day. I'm just watching on TV like everybody else when I get the opportunity to watch. But I do understand where the New England is headed, because last year they were headed in the right direction as well. Now with Cam being more comfortable in the offense in the playbook, and then you have a strong backup quarterback in Mac Jones or Brian Hoyer, or vice versa. Mac Jones and Cam Newton and Brian Hoyer. Doesn't matter the order. New England just going to be potent. And the reason why I'm going to pay attention to them, you already know, Cam Newton. And I want him, to get his ring. I do want him to be that the focal point of it. But if he's not, and he's just on the team, and they do make it to get a ring, at least he got a chip, at least he got a ring, and he deserved to be called a champion. It don't matter how he get it. But I want him to get it the hard way. I want him to get it marching down the season, watching through the playoffs, tough, hard games, staying healthy. I mean, I'm praying that every NFL player stay healthy. Even I rebuke COVID-19 and all that stuff. I rebuke it, man. I want them to stay healthy throughout the whole season, so the season will be electrifying. So the season will be on fire. You get what I'm saying? So I think this season, this NFL season, with the rookie class that has came out of college and now they're pros, Trevor Lawrence, Trey Lance, you know, even Mac Jones, to name a few. These guys are going to shine when they get their chance. I know Mac Jones might have a chance to play, but I hope the circumstances ain't because of bad circumstances. I hope the circumstances that they swap them out. You know, one game Cam play, or then the next game Mac Jones play, or you switch it up. First half you play Cam, second half you play Matt. You know, be unconventional. You know, don't be the same as everybody else. Cause let them game plan for the team. Let them game plan. I know Belichick like to play chess. I know he loves chess. He loves how to strategize. He should be in the army. Should be in a general in the army. How he strategizes against other teams. But I do contrast though. I do contrast this though. Whatever they decide to do. Reason why I pick and I agree if they go with Cam. And this is my difference between the two quarterbacks. One's a veteran and one's a rookie. Veteran mistakes versus rookie mistakes. Veteran mistakes is going to be minimum. Rookie mistakes it's going to be high. And how he's getting sacked last night, Mac Jones, he was getting sacked 4 times, man. How he couldn't escape the pocket enough time to get the ball out, the doorway, and stuff like that. He's gonna have to check down quicker. He gets the ball out quick already, but you could tell what happens, and he even admit himself when what happens if he holds the ball long and he doesn't move. He don't start to move. He is trying to just scan the lanes to find an open receiver. I think with Mac Jones, what's going to propel him in the future and from now and in the future, he scans quicker. He gets the ball out quick. But when the receivers and tight ends covered and running backs and fullbacks are covered and throwing the play, he gonna have to learn to scramble faster, get out the pocket faster. I know he could do it. I just it's crazy that I'm actually rooting for New England to win the Super Bowl this year because Cam Newton's on the team. I can't just say it because of Cam Newton though. I mean, I say it on pretty much on every Sports World News podcast on my bottom line. By the way, I have said that, but I'm looking at the team as a whole. The team is good, man. I mean, I have never just watched Bill Belichick just put the team together, him and Josh McDaniels, how they put the team together, the personnel they picked, and the schemes they use. I watched them this year, and last year and this year. You know, they play different plays. Every year I see them, they play the same play over and over, and they're like, if you can't beat me, when Tom Brady was there, if you can't beat me, you can't stop the play. We're gonna keep running till we run it down your throat till you stop me. And that's that mentality that I like. And I'm like, wow, man. I'm like, wow. I am really like, wow. You know, these guys knows what they're doing. They know how to put it out there. They know how to get it done. They know how to get it going. And I was like, wow. I mean, New England is good, man, and it's fun as a football player, a former football player myself, semi-pro. You know, um, just looking at football fan, just coach at heart, just loving the game when they let them play and let them play. I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm just saying football is a beautiful thing, and I love how you got to strategize against one another on the field and how to, you know, maximize the potential of the game and your personnel and who you have behind center, even on defense and offense. So, you know, the defense is as great as the leader, the captain, the linebacker, or the safety. What how many captains they pick, and then the offense the same way. How many captains they have on offense, they're as good as their captains, and the quarterback should be the captain every time. But I'm just saying, I appreciate what I see from New England. I appreciate how I see the coaches they get together and they game plan, man, and it's good to see it. Their vision coming out or being realized or seen on the football field. And they look great, man. They look great. The old line looks great. I don't care what their diehard fans are saying. 'Cause I'm not a fan. First of all, I'm just watching. I said that. Cam Newton, the team, but you know, as a whole, I'm a football fan, so I like football. And just watching the team just evolved and grow from last year to this year and beyond, especially with Mac Jones being the future now than later. I'm just saying, man, New England is going back to the big dance, and I just pray it's this year. I pray if we live to see February, we live to see, and nothing else crazier happen in the world. I would like to see a New England Patriots versus Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay, but Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You get what I'm saying? Because reason why I'm saying that, because I picked the same squad, the same two squads last year, and I wasn't that far off. I wasn't that far. Because I think New England has kept going and did what they was doing, and Cam Newton has stayed healthy and had more time and practice, and they have kept pushing the ball, running the ball, pushing the ball, and develop some plays. I seriously think, and I really mean this, I seriously think that they could have gave Kansas City running for their money. They beat Baltimore, so I don't mean Baltimore wasn't full strength. I think Lamar Jackson had caught COVID-19 too last year as well. They wasn't full strength, I think, when they played them, or they were, but the Patriots weren't. So if they were, I think they were. Then it was at home at the Baltimore. Oh no, Baltimore came to New England. Whenever, they're here and there. It was a good game. They beat them though. They beat Baltimore. So the thing is, they beat Baltimore and they kept winning on. If they had won out and made the playoffs, you wouldn't hear this much talk about Cam Newton not passing the ball that much. That's the reason why they got Matt Jones, because he's young, he's healthy, and he got an arm, and he could pass the ball. So Cam could throw the ball downfield, and he looks good. He got some zip, got some pop. And the thing is, I think that the competition makes another person better. And I think the challenge with Mac Jones being there is pushing Cam. And I do admit that Cam, he's not intimidated, I don't think, but that he does get pushed. He does get pushed. And sometimes you need to challenge one another to bring out the best out of each other. So I'm just praying for the best for all the teams, all 32 teams in the league. And I'm praying for the best for all the players to stay healthy and non-injury. Like I said, I plead the blood of Jesus and all of them. I pray for a healthy and safe season for each and every player out there, coach, and their family and loved ones, because this is a risk to be out there right now, and it's a risk to every day be exposed to a lot of things right now. But it's no fear though, because it's football. Football is no fear, and that's why there's protocols in place. There's protocols in place. But I just like what I see in New England. It's an energy with both quarterbacks and some energy with all the personnel, the running backs. I'm sad to see Sonny Michaels get traded to the Rams. I was starting to get used to him, man. Because they did a thing, man. It was a good squad, man. It was a good squad. It was a good squad. Good running backs. New England is known to run the ball down your throat, pound for pound, run the ball, defense, pass here and there, play action, run, defense. I mean, that's just the three main pillars of the New England Patriots. Regardless, you love them or hate them, that's what you see. It's not going to stop. It never is going to stop, especially with Bill Belichick still being there. I just think, I just want to see the sky the limit. And yes, I'm being honest. I do want to see everybody be successful on New England, but I'm just happier for Cam Newton to have another chance at football and to showcase who he is. That's all. That's all. So, like I said, it's never been on my podcast I talk about Mac Jones, and then I know most people probably say that I'm trying to bring up the race car, but the race is there, and don't sit there and tell me it's not, and I'm not going to sugarcoat and back down from it, because the bottom line is, if you're not their favorite, then you're not likable at all. If they don't want you there, and I'm not going to say necessarily because of your skin color, but if something your certain types, how I'm gonna put it, how you carry yourself that's not like everybody else there, then stereotyping and judging is there, then prejudice or whatever. Not saying New England is racist city or town, because Boston, Massachusetts, they got their own code, and I'm not going to be a biased person and shit down another city and stuff like that. I don't do that. That's not good radio, and that's not good energy for anybody to have. I just know that racism exists in the NFL, and not just with the players or whatever is in the corporate part of the NFL as well. But we'll see. We talked about Kaepernick before on the show. But when I first started the Bottom Line podcast, that's the reason why I started the podcast, because of how they were blackballed in Kaepernick. But Kaepernick's not the story, so I'm not going to that story. You can catch that podcast on LDB on my YouTube channel, and so we can go from there. So yes, I like what I see for this so far. Preseason was a great return because football. We're happy to see football, and football return. Okay, football return, and it was good to see it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how poorly teams play. It's football. We was happy to see football, and and this is the world. The world sees football as the number one sport in the world, and I don't care. Soccer is probably the number one sport for a lot of folks in culture and ethnic groups that like soccer. They call that football because actually you hit the ball with your foot. But American football is like wrestling with pads and MMA, you know, style combined, because you hit each other, fight and all that. Hockey and football are pretty much the same sport. One is on grass and the other one is on ice. That's how I see it. But other than that, in related news, you know, excuse me, if you watch the game and if you watch the highlights, the Patriots won 22-20. The second and third screens came in on both teams. And, they Giants played Daniel Jones pretty much the whole game, and he shined. For almost the first half, he came in, he got an interception, and he got two touchdowns, and you know, but he looks different than last year because it's the first time I watched him was last year, and he looked scared to play the game last year. He looked like he was frightened to do anything. He reminded me of Eli when Eli in his non-prime years. Eli always got that face, that non-confident face. Oh my god. He reminded me of Eli when I saw him last year. I'm like, this is Daniel Jones, and he was, came out highly out of college. Recommended. This guy's gonna be good for the Giants. He's the successor. I see why Eli was like, what you drafted this guy, but he didn't get a chance to mentor him anyway. So I mentor him properly. I can't say that, but mentor him properly. But I just say it was awesome, man. It was awesome to actually see Daniel Jones. I've been seeing Mac Jones, but I saw Daniel Jones. He stepped up. He looks poised. Sometimes looks shaky and less confident. And then majority of the time before his end of his series, he took charge of the field with the Giants. He took charge with his guys, his receivers. He got them in line. He lined them up. And with Saquon Barkley, if he had plays behind him and behind that confidence, they might be a force in the NFC East, man. They might be a force. But like I said, back to the Patriot news: 22-20, New England Patriots over the Giants. Their preseason record was 3-0, and the Giants' record was 0-3. So sometimes we go into season like that, starting the season and preseason, you win the game, it does carry over, regardless preseason didn't count. So winning is a formula that you should always practice, and the discipline you should always practice with that. You should always want to win a game. Never play the game not to win. You play the game to win. Like Herman Air would say, we play the game to win. That's what we do. We play the game to win, not to lose. And I love that quote when he was a Jets quarterback. Head coach, excuse me, head coach. When he was the Jets head coach, and when he said that line, it was funny, man. It was funny. We play. Was it Jets or the Chiefs? It's either one of the either or. But I love that clip. And we play the game to win. So it was funny, man. It was good stuff. So, but other than that, I appreciate the game for where it is. I appreciate what the league is doing. They want to keep people safe, and in the news narrative, it's gonna be stories. There's going to be drama. It's always going to be drama, guys. Drama is going to carry over everywhere you go. The more you see drama, the more you hear drama, the more you see players fight each other, penalties, face mask, shoving, holding, slamming, drop kicking. It brings flair to the game and fun. At the same time, it's also bring a non-safety risk, to the players too. And nobody want to be hit, especially in the groin and the shin and break their leg and ankles and stuff like that, or arms, or get the neck broke or eye poked in because of craziness that's happening on the field. You want to play the game. You three and out, get off the field. You mad? Be mad on the sideline. Just get out the way. But I appreciate the game. I appreciate what they're doing, but I just don't want the referees to handicap the game this season. Also, I appreciate what Cam Newton did to Mac Jones last night. Mac Jones didn't see his hand shake, and then he had to run him down and get it. It was real funny, and the Cam Newton just have a childlike heart. I'm not saying he is a child, but he has a childlike heart, and he just being him. He's being who he is, and I appreciate what Cam Newton does. But the sports world, they're going to see what the New England Patriots are about this year, and I think they're going to go far. And I predict again, first 6 games of the season. I don't care. First 6 games of the season. First 6 games of the season. I predict that New England will be 6-0. There you have it. Not taking it back. I'm not taking it back. No, I'm not taking it back. You can stop. I'm not taking it back. I know what you're saying. So you can leave your comments below. You can leave me messages and let me know what you think about that. But I really think that New England gonna be 6-0. They're gonna be 6-0. They're going to be 6-0. Nothing is going to stand in their way if they don't. Y'all, woo! It is a Monday for real, ain't it? Man, I feel like going back to sleep. But at the same time, 6-0 New England Patriots. I think the Chiefs going to be the Chiefs. That's all I'm going to say. Chargers might improve. Raiders looked improved. Who else? The Bills, they're going to keep being hot. They're going to stay hot. Houston is not bad. Houston is not bad. Without Deshaun Watson and with Tyrod Taylor behind center, and what they're doing is pretty unexpected. Pretty unexpected with all the major stars not being there. J.J. Watt's gone. Hopkins gone. Deshaun Watson is still there, but he's still not gone yet. But he soon will be. But he's not going to play on with the Houston because he's a man of trade. And at the same time, Miami's a front runner. I believe Miami's going to trade for him, regardless of the multiple counts, of sexual assault and allegations against him. He's going to be traded, and he's a perfect fit in Miami. And Miami get Deshaun Watson, man, and he get acquitted or whatever settlement or whatever the NFL, the courts, and this investigation concludes and what they find, the findings, and he's not at fault or whatever happens, and he gets a chance to still play football. I know you about to say, but how can you say that and look at what's going on with this man? I'm looking at the football player. I'm not talking about his personal. And like I said, I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if it's true or false. I'm not there. I don't know what he has done. I don't know what he might have done or might have did. I just know as a football player, he is very special to watch. He's very Cam Newton-ish with attributes and skill. That's why sometimes when they're playing, I watch him, and he said, his mentor was Cam Newton, and he watched Cam Newton, and Cam Newton was the big inspiration to a lot of these young quarterbacks that's playing the game today. I do wish him well. I'm praying for Deshaun Watson, and I'll pray for him now if I didn't. Father, bless this man, young man, bless him to, whatever the situation, if it's guilty or not guilty, if he is or not, Lord, or if he is, he did do it. Just mercy upon his soul and spirit, and let the outcome be, conducive and righteous for all parties of this situation, and let them move on with their lives and not hinder their lives, and continue to bless them all, Lord, and they can move on and learn how to forgive and reconcile. In Jesus' name, amen. With that said and done, I really do see Deshaun Watson playing with the Miami Dolphins. It might be this year. So it's gonna be another Cam Newton situation. Come in, learn the offense late, get to know the offense, and still playing at a high level. So I just want to see them compete. To me, I always had put Cam Newton as like the LeBron James of the NFL world. LeBron James gets scrutinized from the NBA world. Cam Newton, when he was in his super prime with Carolina Panthers, was just scrutinized from his fashion to what he said, to his maturity, all these things. He was the face. And I guess since he was the face, he was doing his best. He was real. I don't like to lose, and I hate to lose, and I'm going to show my expression. I'm not going to hide from you. Now, you want to ask me questions and flare me up, I'm going to fire back and flare you up with my questions. That's how Cam Newton operate. And so I like how he give things in perspective. He put quotes in perspective, and he just look at life, What do you say? What's his famous pass line? Uh, shine through the shine through the shade, something like that. So on his Instagram tag, that's what he does, crypto messages and stuff like that. So I just appreciate it. I just appreciate what New England is doing for him, and I hope he meet every goal that he set out to do this year. And if New England keeps him next year, if you're not deciding to keep him next year, you need to let him play for the whole entire season, healthy. Let him see what he could do. So then, off season, this coming next off season, you already got your quarterback of the future, Mac Jones. Bring back Stedham, and then guess what? You still got three quarterbacks: Brian Hoyer, Stedham going to back up Mac Jones, the most definitely, and just move on like that. Let Cam Newton play. Let him shine. So, in other news, San Francisco beat. They beat. I thought, hold up, wait a minute. San Francisco beat, the Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders. I saw that score wrong before I went to bed last night, so I guess I did see wrong. Okay, Jacksonville demolished Dallas. I watched some of that game too. Trevor Lawrence is as advertised too. He's NFL ready and he's comfortable. And Urban Meyer, one of my favorite coaches from college, now he's in NFL. You know, last team that he coached was Ohio State, Buckeyes. That's my college team that I follow. So, you know, now that he's with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and I don't know how good they're going to be. So far, last night's game, they look better than they did the first two preseason games. Don't get you wrong about that. Jacksonville could be something nice. Depends on their O line and how much protection that Trevor Lawrence gets, man. Because he could throw that ball, man, and he could land it in a perfect spot, and it's amazing, man. It's amazing to watch that young man from Clemson all the way to now. He does his thing. He could do his thing, and he commands that pocket. So I hope it transitioned to the NFL well for these rookies that's going to start. They started last year, and those that got hurt last year, like Joe Burrow. I watched a few games with him playing, with the Bengals, man, and before he got hurt, he was good as advertised. He was NFL ready. It's just the team was trash. O line and defense all around him was not suitable for him. So he had to do what he had to do, trying to keep the play alive, extend the play, and that's how he got hurt. But I think the Bengals this year, they look improved, and with Burrow's looking Burrow-ish. I don't know how 100% healthy he is from his injury, but I just do think that they're going to be a special breed, and they're going to be different going forward. You might have some dark horses. I think my dark horse, and I don't want to use the word dark, but my sleeper cell, my sleeper team. Okay, I'm correct myself. Online, on air, while you're listening. Look, my sleeper team from the AFC, regardless, I'm rooting for the Patriots. But my sleeper team that I believe is going to shock a lot of these big name teams and powerhouse teams is going to be Cleveland Browns. Though that team right there is my sleeper team. For many years, Houston used to be my sleeper team. Every time I see them, they had teams that could make it all the way to the Super Bowl, and they just don't make it past the first round of the playoffs majority of the time. So as I watched them, I haven't seen them go past the first round ever. That's with I think David Carr is the only one, not David Carr, but Deshaun Watson, the only one that took them to the playoffs. No, one year, Max Schaub, uh, the year that he played, he was good, but he got hurt, before the playoff game, and the rookie had to come in win the playoffs. So yeah, I haven't seen him pass the first round ever. And so when the Colts was the darlings of that division, and then Peyton Manning left, and Andrew Luck came, and there was a back and forth war between who's going to win the division titles. So now and Andrew Luck is gone, Peyton Manning been gone, and you got all these guys. Ben Roethlisberger's there, but he's in the AFC North, but the AFC, South, they really got nothing to shout about. So let me see, Jacksonville, you got Colts, you got the Houston, Jacksonville, Colts, Houston, and what's the other team? I know about heart, but right now we'll figure it out. So you got those four teams. Tennessee, there you go. There you go. I had to think. I'm on it. Come on, come on. I had to think. I had to think. I had to think. It's Monday. Woo, it's Monday. I should have brought my water. Oh, I got my water right here. Hold on. Get my water. Get my H2O. But yeah, it was some great games last night. It was some great games last night. Yesterday evening to last night. Patriots was a good game. I like how the flow. I mean, if this is how every team's going to flow and execute their plays and execute themselves during the season, it's going to be a good season. If the powers that be let them play. The refs get out the way and let them play football. It's going to be a great season. If the refs don't let them play football and they keep throwing everything for every little thing and be too sensitive in the game, it's going to be WWE all over again. That's why I call the NFL now the new WWE, scripted football, live action script show. And if they mess with the flow of the game, that is. But if they let them play, man, I think the first 6 games, maybe 7, New England will be 6-0. Excuse me, 6-0. To correct myself quick and prophesy something and then go back off it. They're gonna be 6-0, man. First 6 games, 6-0, and I don't know from there. They're gonna be 7-0, 8-0. I just know they're gonna win the first 6 games. Cause I'm looking at the schedule right now, and let's take a look at the schedule. Let's take a look at the schedule. The schedule. Eyes are lockstat. Eyes are lockstat. Voice. There you go. Let's go week 1. Okay, who they play week 1? The Dolphins, right? That's a rivalry game, and they're at yes, they're home, and it's a late game too. It's on CBS, Gillette Stadium. Yes, game 1, New England. All right, let's go to week 2. Let's go to week 2. Week 2. Boom, 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 pop. Thursday night football. Giants and Washington play. So I might check that game out. All right, check this out. La 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 la. They play. I'm trying to find them because they buy into week 14. So my eyes need to be fixed. Let me see. Excuse me. I'm going too fast. Yeah. Week 2, I don't see them on week 2. Okay, they're not. They got what up? When's their bye? Because I'm on week 2. Let me see, week 3. Let me see, week 3. Yeah, they played New England on week 3. So why week 2? Where you at week 2? I know you ain't got no bye for that already. Week 2. Oh, yeah, I'm going too fast. That's what it is. Yeah, they play the Jets. That's 2-0 right there. Then Saints 3-0. I already got seen week 3. Let's go to week 4. Week 4 is Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is coming back home to Gillette Stadium. That's going to be a good game. That's the game to me I want to see, and that's my Super Bowl preview. Now, listen up, guys. Listen up, you guys. Listen up, you bottom liners. Look, I hate rematch Super Bowls. I hate teams that play. I don't hate the team, but I hate when teams play in the regular season and then they play each other again in Super Bowls. I always hated that trend. Now, saying this about this year, though, I already picked the Patriots and I already picked Tampa Bay to be in the Super Bowl. So, this is a preview in week 4 because by week 4, each team's not going to be in mid-season form by then. They're still gonna be working out the kinks, but something should still be evident of who's better, who's more dominant, and all that. So that game is a preview for the Super Bowl. That's how I look at it. I think that Cam is, if he's still a starter and he ain't hurt, and by week 4, that's going to be the test of true greatness because he's technically, if you want to be honest with Cam Newton, regardless. He is 2-0 against Tom Brady. Go back and check the facts, check the data. Cam Newton is 2-0 against Tom Brady during the regular season. During the regular season, he's 2-0. When he was Carolina Panthers, when he played the Patriots twice, they beat him twice. They played him during regular season. To me, preseason too, but we're not talking about preseason. We're talking about regular season. And I think the seasons that I remember when they played, Carolina beat the Patriots, and technically Cam Newton was 4-0 versus the AFC East until last year. His record took a hit. So now, as an AFC East quarterback, going against the NFC South quarterback, which is crazy. So the thing is, just say that. So he's going against a team that he's so familiar with, but he's not, because he's a new defensive coordinator, Tom Bowles, from last year. The defense is nasty, but different quarterback, different system, different way to play games, different coach there. So I know that for a fact, Cam, he could do it. He could do it. He could do it. But moving on, let's go to. Let me see. I did week 4. Did I do week 4? That was week 3. No, week 4. Yep, Tampa Bay. And yes, guys, check this out. And that is a Sunday night football game. I'm there. Okay, now let's move forward. Week 5. Week 5. Let's go. Week 5. Week 5. Because these games are easy to be won, man. I mean, these are winnable games right off the bat. And I think they could beat Tampa Bay right off the bat. And they are playing on week 5 Houston. They're playing Houston. And they're away on week 5. So winnable games. Houston looks good, better than last year, but it's winnable games. Winnable games. All right, let's go to week 6. Now, remember, I said 6-0. These are winnable games, regardless. Now, the two that might give them fits, Tampa Bay, not giving Houston, might give them fits. Now, the two rivalry games, Dolphins and the Jets, they're rivals. Different personnel on the Jets side. Different quarterback situations on the Jets side. Defense might be different on the Jets side. I've seen them play a little bit in preseason. Not impressed, but that's preseason. So regular season different, but they're rivals. So rivals know each other. Rivals know how to play, regardless new coaches or not. They know how to imitate your system and know how to play chess with you. That's what rivalry games are about. I know you, I know your system. Somebody in the organization know how they play, know how each other play. So that's going to be another fun tidbit right there. So week 6, they play Dallas, the Dallas Cowboys, and that's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game, and they are home in New England. So they're home in New England, and that's an evening game. Tickets are $175. That's crazy, but look at that. So 6 winnable games, depending on how the Cowboys are, the Jets are, the Miami are, Tampa Bay. We already know what they are capable because the same team from last year, and the next team. Who else? They are playing. Cowboys, Jets, Miami, Tampa Bay. Then they're also playing Houston, and then they also week 6 to play Houston. There you go. Week 5, like I said, winnable game. Oh, New Orleans Saints. So these games are winnable. I think they could win and be 6-0. Now I'm not gonna retract what I said. I'm not gonna retract what I said. They 6-0, and I'm gonna stick with it. I believe it. They're gonna be 6-0. I know. I'm just gonna put this out there. The 2 games that they might have fits and might have problems is going to be Tampa Bay and why would I pick Houston? I don't know. But Tampa Bay and Houston might give them fits. Tampa Bay and Houston might just give them fits. So yeah, that's my prediction there. They could be 6-0, and I guarantee you they go 6-0 this season. The watered down taste of whoever's quarterback's going to leave New England's mouth, and they're going to start looking at the season like, man, we could actually do this. We could actually hit the Super Bowl with the team we got, because they're a great bunch of guys, man, a bunch of players, man. They could do it. Also, I'm surprised in Chicago. Chicago just found out, they got a hidden weapon and I think it was Horsted, and how that I think it's a tight end, and how he was playing. Justin Fields to him. I think Andy Dalton to number 87. Man, that was a good. I think his number's 87. That was a good connection yesterday, and it was Saturday. It was scary. It was scary. It was very scary. But that's my 6-0, 6-0 Patriots, 6-0 Patriots, 6-0. So you leave your comments below if you believe that the Patriots is going to be 6-0. Let me know. Give me your thoughts. Give me your opinion on it. If you don't believe it, give me your thoughts and your opinion anyway. I just want to hear what you have to say. Because I just think, and this is just me, I seriously think that they could go all the way, not undefeated, but they're going to have a better record than most next year. And not next year, but this season in 2 weeks, by the way. So I just looking at this whole scenario, and I just think that they're gonna make it happen. They're gonna make it happen. They're gonna make it happen. They're gonna show the world, hey, we're back. It's not a rebuild, but it's a quick turnaround. Quick turnaround. Quick turnaround. And it's a quick turnaround for anybody. And it's gonna be fun, man. This season's gonna be fun. I know this should be sports world discussion versus news because I hardly give you any type of news. I think I probably change it. Sports world discussions, but that don't sound right. Sports world news because I could talk about the news. I could talk about the people talking about the news, talk about the people in the news, for the people, to the people. The bottom line. That's it. That's the bottom line. Sorry. Just to have fun on this thing. Oh, New England, Indianapolis, they're going to be formable team for anybody to go against this year too, because their defense is going to be sick. Giants look okay. Baltimore didn't get season play. Detroit look like they got some movement. I hope Jared Goff he does okay, have a bounce back year. I talked about Cincinnati. Green Bay looks like trash, but we'll see if Aaron Rodgers play for them or not this season. Told you about Chicago. Chicago get a B minus this preseason. Now I'm start grading on a team. Chicago B minus. Detroit, like I said, I didn't hardly watch it, so I can't really grade them and all that jazz. Washington, excuse me, it's Monday. It is Monday. For reals this Monday. Washington, I don't give a C because aside the defense, but overall, C. Kansas City. I just give them a B because they didn't show me or showcase anything. LA Raiders, defense, offense, need to click. I give them a C. Minnesota, C. Carolina, C. Cleveland, I give them a B. New England, I give them a minus A. Dallas, again, said enough of them. So I give them a C. Vegas Raiders, I give them a high C. Denver, I give them a B. Los Angeles Clippers, I give them credit. I give them credit. Give me a second here. Ah man, it is definitely Monday, guys. It is definitely Monday. Woo! Yeah. But that's me adjusting myself. At the same time, though, I give pretty much, the whole. Let's get the NFC. The NFC, I give the NFC as a whole. All the teams in the NFC and how they played during the preseason 3 games. The NFC gets a 10 out of my bottom line meter, critic mode. I give the NFC a strong 5 out of 10 for performance in the preseason. Now, the AFC, I'm gonna have to get them higher because they won more games than the NFC. So, excuse me. Woo, yeah. It is Monday. I give the AFC a strong B. Give them a strong B. Because they always come to play. So everywhere win, lose, or fall, they come and they wreck shop. Like I said, you leave your comments down below. Which side is your favorite? AFC, NFC, who you rooting for this year? If you want your favorite NFC team to make the NFL and the playoffs, or you want your favorite AFC team to make the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl and stuff like that, you just leave your comments down below. Leave me a message. Let me know. Talk to me. Let me hear what you got to say, because I want a conversation about this. 6-0 beginning of the season, New England Patriots, and eventually I picked them for the Super Bowl. I picked them for the Super Bowl, and they're going to have great success at the Super Bowl with Cam Newton or Mac Jones. But I am rooting for Cam Newton, which I know he got the starting job and starting gig. However, Mac Jones make a great case for starting quarterback as well. However, I would never start a rookie over a veteran that still got enough game and left that he could run, jump, and transform people. However, if he gets hurt or unhealthy sometime down the line, Mac Jones is a great successor. However, with Mac Jones, I did see tendencies of rookie mistakes. He's not poised enough. He's going to make mistakes as a rookie. That's the only downfall that I see. So, like I said, post your comments, leave a like, share what you want to do. You know, I have my Spotify, how you want to say the name, Spotify. That's my podcast is on there. If you go on Spotify and type in the Bottom Line Podcast on the search bar, it might come up, but it might not come up, because you'll see a whole bunch of podcasts channels with this name, the Bottom Line Podcast. So if you can't see or hear me or find my channel on Spotify, then type in my first name, which is Lima Alpha Juliet Oscar November Bravo Oscar Yankee Delta. When you submit those names into the search bar, it should take you straight to my page, and we'll go from there. All right. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and index the sports world news. It's been great. It's a Monday. Great topics. Great night of football last night. Great day of football, period. Looking forward to the season. And I'm looking forward to watching Cam bounce back season. New England bounce back. Tongue twister. Bounce back season. And I'm eager to see what the NFL going to do if they let them play or not. Raining yellow flags from the officials. I hope the officials just let them play and let the status and the records speak for themselves and start separating from the pack. Play like that. That's why I hope that's how it goes down this year. But like I said, guys, from me to you, this is the Bottom Line Podcast segment, Sports World News, number 4. And we're going to have much more for you to come. Stay tuned, have fun, and we will see you later. Welcome to Sports World News. The Bottom Line, weekdays on LDB TV. Presented by LDB